Old beef reheated.
Aged beef.
Yes, aged beef between Tupac and Biggie. Now you'd say, why is that coming up now, long after both superstars are dead? But it's been reheated, as I said, because DJ Funkmaster Flex went on a rant about Tupac that has upset a lot of people, almost everyone in hip-hop. And in fact, the latest person to say enough is enough is Treach from Naughty by Nature, who went back at Flex in a very violent manner, wrote a diss track. Now, I'm going to play the song for you, and actually Flex is going to be joining us because we want to get into exactly what has pissed off Treach so much, what it is that Flex said about Tupac that led to this song. It's called Woo.
Master and the stinking ass that you came from. I'm pissed off that's apparent depth to his soul, his turntables and his stinking ass grandparents. Because they old asses had an orgy with Lucifer Superstar. Now you got a date with that from a naughty that's shooting you. Ain't nobody scared, Holmes. We speaking now till you speak no more.
Serious words.
Serious words, and it goes back to like an older era of hip hop where people were actually threatening serious violence. So what is it? We want to get into this. Flex is joining us right now. Hey, Flex, how you doing, man?
What's going on? How you, man?
How'd you like the song from Treach?
I mean, I get it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I get it.
So let's get into it. Here's what you said. So you made a comment about Tupac's shooting in 1994. He was shot in New York City, and the story was that he was the people who shot him were somehow connected, possibly, to Biggie.
Well, first of all, look, I had a lot of passion that day, number one. And number two, you know, Tupac is probably one of the greatest lyricists to touch down on this earth. And I take nothing from that. You know what I mean? I totally understand that. And my energy and my complaint, and I understand that he passed away. God bless the dead. I totally understand that. I was on my live Instagram. Someone was in the comments, and they mentioned something about Tupac. And then I proceeded to answer with the information that I know that Notorious B.I.G. did not have anything to do with setting up or, you know, putting Pop in that position where he got hurt in the studio that night. That's my only claim.
I don't think that's the part that it's really pissed off people like Treach, Flex. It's more, I mean, people have defended Biggie before, but you took it a step further, which I hadn't heard before. But you're saying that Tupac knew that Biggie had nothing to do with it.
Yes.
And that he actually shot himself?
Well, you know, the shooting, he didn't shoot himself 5 times, of course, but the first shot that rang off in that studio was from Pac. Pac shot those shots first. That's known, you know, that's what happened. And on top of that, it's like, yes, Biggie didn't set him up, number 2. And it's the truth. You know, I respect people's opinion. I respect people what they feel, and I respect people's opinion about me. You know, this is the way I feel about it, you know?
Can I ask Flex something real quick? Flex, like, big fan, man. Been watching you. Everyone knows that you're a hip-hop legend. My question is, why, brother? Why start talking about Pac now? Pac is dead. He's been dead for a very, very long time. We only think of Tupac in terms of his great legacy in the music and what he brought us. Why would you want to get on there and say something negative about Pac now?
Well, you know what? I don't have something negative to say about him. What I have to say about, look, his music, I respect my brother more than anything. You know what I mean? And what he's put down. Someone in my comments, they came on my live and they asked me, hey, Flex, you know, blasey about Tupac. I said, okay, I understand how you feel, and kind of mentioned something about Biggie. You know, Notorious B.I.G., I feel, died because if Pac lied about
his shooting, right?
About his shooting, right? If somebody lies about a shooting, then you now turn a lot of people against him because that's a lie that you know. When you know who the people are and they're your friends, they're not Biggie's friends, they're your friends. Those were friends of Pac.
Who shot him in 94.
Right.
Absolutely. So when you now say that the Notorious B.I.G. set that up. That's a lie.
I guess the reason people are upset is that we don't know exactly who killed Biggie, and we don't know exactly what the motives are, and you're sort of putting something out there that
Your assumption of it is...
lays it on Tupac, and that's why Treach is so upset.
You had to know that you were going to upset people.
Well, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I did know it would upset people, but you know something? I'm cut from a different cloth. I come from a different breed, man, and I do believe in the truth. And you know something? Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that he should have said that somebody did something to him or set it up when it wasn't him and put a lot of people on Notorious B.I.G.'s back when we know who actually did this to him. And look, that doesn't mean it's right. No one should hurt anybody. No one should hurt anybody in their studio in the recording. And I'm not saying what those people did were right. And all I'm saying is, if you know a person did not set you up to get hurt, tell the truth.
Right.
That's all my thing is here. There's nothing wrong with the truth. We can't let social media now twist us that the truth no longer has value. The truth has value.
Well,
Okay.
I did not know that I'd be talking about the Tupac Biggie.
Yeah. All right. Today. Well, Flex, listen, thanks so much for joining us, man. And, you know, that's your stance. I respect that.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.